guys, welcome back. Today is day 2 of BookTube-A-Thon, and with day 2 comes a whole new set of video and Instagram challenges. I've already done the Instagram challenge for the day, which was to take a picture of a stack of rainbow books, so here that picture is. I'm a little less proud of this one than I am of yesterday's. I think yesterday I got super creative with it, and I just couldn't really come up with a way to put a creative spin on the typical book stack challenge. I feel like everybody's done it already, and it's always just a stack of books. And I feel like if I had thought about it for a really long time, I could have come up with something, but I'm just so tired. I was up until 4 o'clock in the morning yesterday reading Ignite Me because I read it all the way through in one sitting, but you can see that in the blog when I post it at the end of the week. And so yeah, that was just all that I came up with today, but the video challenge is similar to yesterday's Instagram challenge in that it's a bookish location challenge where you're supposed to visit or draw or create a bookish environment, an environment that you've seen in a book, and that kind of thing. So while the challenge is to create or visit an environment from a book, I'm going to turn it on its head and say I'm going to visit an environment for a book because I'm going to my local library today. I have to return Ignite Me and Unravel Me because they're due today, and so I thought I'd take you guys along on the trip and just kind of show you around the library. I finished up everything I wanted to do and did some reading, and when I get home I'm gonna set up and then just talk about the books that I checked out and some of the books that I bought from the library bookstore and just, you know, all that kind of stuff. And I am home. So yeah, I spent, I think, about an hour and a half to 2 hours at the library. I'm just gonna kind of take you through a tour of what I did at the library. I checked out 3 books and I bought 4 from the library bookstore, so I'm gonna talk about all that. And yeah, just all the stuff. So I'm gonna show you, oh my god, I'm gonna show you everything that I brought in my bag with me that you can't really see because it's huge. It was really heavy, but this is the first time I've used this tote bag and it was great. Brought the 2 books that I wanted to read while I was there with me. Coincidentally, I'm using the same bookmark in them because I have 2 of the same bookmarks. So I brought Fight Like a Girl, and while I was there, I think I read around 15 pages of it, which is like 3 or 4 of the mini biographies in here. And this book, like, it's so bent out of shape. I think I'm the first person to read this, so. And then I also brought The Tenant of Wildfeld Hall by Anne Bronte. It's been a lot easier to read than I was expecting. So I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I just read till chapter 2, and chapter 2 starts on page 22, so technically I read the first 21 pages of it, and enjoyed it, so I'm excited to continue on. I'm going to talk about the 3 books that I checked out from the library. So the first book that I checked out on a whim. I think I got footage of me looking at this, or stopping to look at it, because I wasn't expecting to check out any other books, because I had turned in 2, so I wanted to check out 2, so I maintained the, constant number of books that I had, or decreased it, but I ended up checking out 3 because I spotted this as I was walking out. It is called We Believe You, and it's survivors, the tagline is Survivors of Campus Sexual Assault Speak Out. And it's by Annie E. Clark and Andrea L. Pino. I just assume this is a bunch of like essays and short stories and testimonies about victims of sexual assault on college campuses. I'm really interested in this topic, and so I thought this would be a cool, not cool, but interesting read. Then I checked out 2 mystery books that I know I got footage of me looking at. The first of which is Full Dark House by Christopher Fowler. This is the first book in the, Bryant and May series, I believe. There must be tons of them because the first one I picked up was number 12 in the series, and then they happen to have number 1. But I'm a sucker for crime novels. I think this is going to be kind of like a paranormal crime novel. The series is called The Peculiar Crime Units, or not the series, the like organization is the Peculiar Crimes Unit, so it sounds like it's going to be fun and kitschy and just a good short read. This is A is for Alibi by Sue Grafton. This is the Alphabet series. I'm not sure what the actual series is called. I think it might be the Kinsey Malone series, but this is just all about Kinsey Malone, who's a detective, and just it's like an episodic series of a bunch of crimes that she solves. I remember really liking these, and it's kind of nostalgic for me, so I wanted to check this out and reread the first one because I haven't read it since I was around 10 years old. So I'm hoping to enjoy this as much as I did when I was 10. And then I bought 4 books from the library bookstore. They're all classics. I'm super excited about all of them. And actually one of them is not classic, more of like a biography kind of. The first thing I bought is The Treasury of American Short Stories, selected by Nancy Sullivan. This obviously, I don't know if this ever had a dust jacket because like the spine is like leather, really nice, but there's no dust jacket on it now, if there ever was. And it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a collection of a bunch of short stories, like there's The Lottery is in here, and just a lot of famous classic authors have stories in here, like Stephen Crane, and let's see who else, John Updike, Jack London, Dorothy Parker, F. Scott Fitzgerald. I love short stories and I love short story anthologies, and so I was really interested in this one, especially since I've only previously read one of the stories in here, which is The Lottery by Shirley Jackson. I'm sure if you're from America, you've probably read it for school already. At this point, I've read it 4 times for school because English teachers love it. But anyways, I was really interested in expanding my short story knowledge with this collection, and it was only $1. Then I finally picked up The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. This has been at the bookstore for a while, but I've kind of avoided buying it. I don't really know why. I guess I just thought I wouldn't be interested in it, and so I finally picked it up this time and took a gander at the back of the book and decided that I probably would enjoy it, if not appreciate it for what it was, so I decided to pick it up. Then I picked up one of the smallest books of all time, and I could never justify buying this book full price. That's just ridiculous. And even at, normally the classics there are $1 for a paperback and $2 for a hardcover, but for their super early back to school sale, everything, all the classics are half price, so I bought this for 50 cents. It is Of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck. I really don't know much of what this is about. I know it's super small, and like I said, I can never justify buying this for full price or even for $1, so for 50 cents I finally grabbed it. And then the last book that I picked up was another book on a whim. I was literally setting my books down to check out and I turned around and saw this on the shelf and grabbed it right away because I'm really interested in this. It is called The Last 7 Months of Anne Frank by, I can't read what that says. I think it's Willie. Yeah, Willie Wilder. No, Willie Lindwer. I assume this is the biography of, not assume. This is a biography of Anne Frank talking about her last 7 months, so I assume it's going to be of her hiding from the Nazis and everything. I know it's going to be really sad, but I also think it's a really important story to know about, and I'm really interested in Anne Frank as a person. I have read the Diary of Anne Frank when I was much younger, and I haven't read anything about her since then, and I think it's really important for me to investigate her story and other stories like hers, and to kind of understand humans in general. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Until next time, keep reading.